5-9 gamers, what is up? Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Legends podcast. Today is episode number 51, Return of the Saiyans. And before we get into everything, as always, don't forget to check out all our Linktree social medias. Twitch Prime is not a crime as well. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. You're already here, but if you're watching this on YouTube, then go over to our Twitch. Follow us there for some good content as well. We got a Facebook, we got a subreddit, a Discord server, all of that stuff. So make sure to check that out. And our guests today are, we're gonna do it in alphabetical order. I'll try to do my best. Azdeek, how are you doing, man?
Doing great.
We have Battleamore.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today?
Super core Azdeek, exactly. We have Swift. How are you doing, my Gaki main?
Yo, what is Gucci, my guys?
Well, you certainly are. And last but not least, we have xNoctis back in the house. How are you, man?
Hey, what up? I'm good. How about you guys, man?
I could be a little more awake. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm good. And with that said, today's topics, we're gonna talk obviously about the new units, LF Vegeta and Extreme Yajirobe. We're gonna have a look at that banner itself. We're gonna talk about the raid. A small topic I wanted to talk about is the adventure choice battles, since we didn't really get any normal adventures or, you know, the usual stuff. And we got that free Saibamen squad that was announced in video and stuff, right? So let's just jump straight in. Noctis, how are you liking that Vegeta?
All right, so I don't have him at that high stars. I got one copy while getting the 30 coins. And yeah, I juiced him up to the 3 stars with the 30 coins. And so yeah, starting with his stats, they're like, I don't know, they could have been better. Decent is a strike attack, obviously, he's a strike attacker. But other than that, the stats are decent. They're not the best, but it's slowing him down, let's say that. His kit though is really damn good. Like some sort of situationality in there, here and there with the tag Saiyan, tag Sunfam. Facing the blue units is like really good when you Rising Rush, obviously. His green card is really, really damn good. Like you can literally green card and Rising Rush anyone. Even when they throw in a blue unit, you know you get that 40% more damage against blue units, so that's really damn clutch. But I feel like he's still missing some damage, at least when you have him at lower-ish stars. He's kind of missing the damage, but he can be kind of good defensively because of his kit and getting all the defensive buffs, like when your opponent does an ult or special move or the Awakened Arts card, like he gets the reduced damage received, which is really damn good and is helping him a lot. His ult kinda hits like a truck, especially when you face a Sunfam member. And yeah, I would say he's pretty damn good when you have him at like 7+ stars. He has to be phenomenal at that range. So yeah, at low stars he's still doable though. It's not like he will be like getting destroyed or something. You can work with him even at like higher rank. You need to make him work though, but it is what it is, right? Not every unit is like perfect, or there is no like perfect unit except you are named Gohan. But other than that, that's my kind of take of him. And what do you guys say about him? What do you guys think?
I think you hit the nail on the head. He's a really good unit. Low stars, he's lacking a little bit, especially like what I saw was defense-wise. Like whenever I run into like a 2, 3, 4-star Vegeta, it just seems like he can't really take a hit. Although he does have endurance, which does help him out a little bit. You pointed out he has a very good green card, kind of similar to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's, to where you can start a combo with it. It nullifies cover change for 5 counts, which is always nice. It's, I know Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has that green where if you land that green, you don't have to worry about cover change. So I think that is a nice little thing that they added to his green. One thing I did want to point out is his blue card, man. If you land that blue card, he reduces his own sub count by 5, which is insanely good considering you're most likely going to be running him on a team alongside Angel Vegeta, Green Super Saiyan 3, and Angel Vegeta also reduces sub count, so you have a lot of ways to negate Rising Rush here. Not only do you have the cover save with Green Super Saiyan 3, but with the reducing sub count, you're going to have a chance to where your enemy might just pop the rush thinking that they're safe. And then, if you landed this blue card, you can just swap right back into this guy and have endurance. I think he's actually really good. I'm low-key nervous to see this guy at really high stars because it seems like lately I've only been running into like low star Vegetas, but I do think at high stars he's gonna be pretty tough to deal with, especially on like a stacked Saiyans team.
Yeah, and especially the blue card, it's just catching people by surprise because they might not remember it. And also because it's his own sub count. It's kind of like the Revival Gohan, right? But at least there, I think the green card kind of stands out, but then the blue card is just ending the combo and you're just like, yeah, it's a blue card. And then all of a sudden, he does, 5 more combos. And then, 10 counts later, you want a Rising Rush and you already forgot about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think I also had that situation where I did the blue card, I switched him out and did the main of Angel Vegeta. So his sub count got reduced to like 2. And my opponent did like 2 cards, Rising Rush me, and yeah, he got surprised that I could have switched back. It was kind of funny. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, nothing hurts really with his AoE green card too, and if he hits with that AoE green card, you get the blue card. At least once. So you at least you have options to actually use it right away, or to get that sub count, or just keep going with combos.
Yeah, and that's something that I really like that we've been kind of seeing like recently. It's not something that like we've always seen, but I know like Evolution Vegeta has certain situations where he draws a blue card like one time. This guy does it. I like these units that, in certain situations they just draw a blue card and you can get that guaranteed damage. And even if it's a one-time thing, I notice it always comes in handy. So I like seeing that in kits where these units, even if it's, like I said, even if it's only one time, if you're drawing a blue card, especially a blue card like this that reduces his own sub count by 5, I think it's very important.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and he's like a mini VB getting that strike card when he uses a blast or a strike card. He's drawing that blast card, strike card. That's pretty damn good. Also gets like 5 key each card.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I really like that part as well. I think it's also what the Red GT Kid Goku has, right? What I personally still like it better when the card cost is just reduced because you don't have to have the key up front. Because if you have, 14 key, you can't do the strike card. But if you have 18 or 19 key, you can do the strike card and then you have 5 key left over. So it's but it's still nice and much better than not having it, obviously. And it sometimes just can give you that one extra card.
Yeah. And like I said, dude, I love units that have that ability where they can be immune to cover save. Even if it's only, I think I'd have to double check, but I think it's like 5 counts after he pops his green card or something like that.
Yeah, 5.
And that's not like too crazy, but it's just good enough to where, like, if you're in a situation, you're fighting a Saiyan team and you land that green card, you can just pop the rush and not even have to worry about Super Saiyan 3's cover save. So, there's certain situations like that ability alone can be a game changer.
Yeah, you basically only need to worry about endurance units, and that's it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to rush them, obviously.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's a lot of good qualities, a lot of good utility. I wanted to ask you guys too, who do you guys think, so since we have this guy coming out, I think it's pretty like, a lot of people are saying like these LFs, they're kind of like stepping them up, right? They're a lot more like viable, especially like in terms of just how good they are, how viable they are in the meta, whereas before it kind of felt like they were very, very lackluster. Who do you guys think has the best LF across this Vegeta banner, the Saiyan one, and then the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta? Who has the better LF?
In terms of the
like
animation?
Just animation-wise, or like how good the specific LF is?
Or how good the unit is on their respective team? Like who is more needed on their team?
Gotcha. In my opinion, I know I wouldn't really consider this a hot take because I've seen other people say the same thing, and I know I'm kind of biased towards God Key, but I honestly think Evolution Vegeta is like slightly better than this guy. Just slightly though, like not a lot better. Just ever so slightly. He's a little bit better. I think Evolution Vegeta has more, viability. He does more things for the team, in my opinion. He's just got that oppressive factor. I feel like this Red Vegeta is like really, really good just to have that endurance on Saiyans. And just give your Saiyan team that extra layer of defense. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Evolution Vegeta has that oppressive factor where he just does crazy damage. He draws a card every time the enemy swaps out. All these different things that he does is just super oppressive. So in my opinion, I'd say probably Evolution Vegeta, but I know I'm kind of biased.
I mean, it's
I
pretty
can see
hard
that.
to say. Like, both do like different things on their team, right?
Yeah, it's
But
definitely hard to
Blue-
compare.
The thing is, though, that gets me to Blue Evolution Vegeta. I have like the same opinion as you. I'm leaning towards the other Vegeta, the Blue Evolution one, because the red one, like I said, is like kind of situational, and I hate when some of the kit doesn't activate. And if you don't face Sunfam or Saiyans, you miss something of it, right?
Yeah.
And I really don't like that. That's why I'm biased towards the Evolution Vegeta. And Evolution Vegeta can be so suppressive, it's unreal.
I know one thing I was kind of nervous about is when they first dropped the kits for this guy, we saw that he has like the boosted damage to Blue and boosted damage to Sun Family, and like immediately I was already thinking like, oh my god, this guy's just gonna annihilate Clapku. And
Does he?
come to find out, like honestly, there's situations where this guy gains priority on me. I swap in Clapku, and it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, I do notice like he does have that extra boosted damage. You can tell. Like I've had times where the dude rushes my Clapku, and I'm like, oh, there's no way this is gonna kill, and it actually kills. So I mean, you can tell he does have that boosted damage, but I don't think it's anything too crazy, especially because you're still fighting against type disadvantage. So, I don't know. But yeah, I agree, Noctis. Some of this guy's kit is kind of situational. In my opinion, it's exactly what Saiyans needed. Like, if you look at the Saiyan team, they needed a red unit that, buffed the team. They didn't really need endurance, but, having endurance, it just gives them that extra defense. So, I think this guy is amazing for, if you main Saiyans, you're probably going to want to get a couple copies of this guy.
Do you mean defense or rising rush control? Lul.
Basically, yeah, rising rush control. Yeah, 100%.
It's a meme at this point, right? But honestly, I also have to say I agree that I think that Evo Vegeta brings just a little bit more also to the team. Because if we look at them and the teams they're on, I feel like Evolution Vegeta just stepped up God Key by much more than what Saiyans has. Saiyans are already a top team.
That's a great point.
So the thing is that Saiyans didn't really need, like, they're still a top team even if you play Saiyans without him, right? If you play with the #1 Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 3 and whoever, Namekoku or the other Super Saiyan 3, they're still going to be a top tier team. And I feel God Key got a really big boost, just from having that Evo Vegeta on the team, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
The Saiyan Saga Vegeta is also pretty nasty for Rising Rush farming though, because he gets that strike card. Like each time you swap it
Dude,
out,
yeah,
swap
that's
in,
something
go
I
strike.
noticed is like how like Vados stops the enemy combo, or even like Future Gohan basically stops the enemy combo. That's one thing I noticed with this guy is you can even like swap in Vados, destroy their cards, and he still has a couple extra cards. And I'm assuming that's because you guys were talking about how he draws a strike or whatever, which is kind of nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's like a mini farm. It's not like Vegito Blue level or something. But
Yeah,
Also,
it's still
wanna-
better.
You don't really want Vegito Blues, is that? It's going
Yeah,
to be
that is also
crazy
true.
again. We don't want that meta back. Ugh.
Wait,
Also want to like switch him out and in 3 times to get his full potential damage buff.
Dude, I just realized his strike card reduces his blue card by.
Yeah.
I guess it's only
And
-5,
damage
but that's
up, I
still
think.
pretty nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another question that I wanted to ask about this guy is, I personally have never seen him yet. I haven't seen any showcases on it yet. But how good is this guy on Powerful Opponent? If you guys have seen it, come across it, or anything like that.
Ooh, I actually have seen one, and he does pretty well, because now they actually have a unit that can endure.
Yeah.
They finally have endurance.
They finally have an endurance unit, and the combination of Saiyan powerful opponent team, it's just crazy.
And we're continuing the theme of like powerful opponent just being like a team of LFs, basically. Not like you don't have to. Like, there's definitely non-LF options, but I still think like if you're running like the most viable powerful opponent setup, it's mostly LFs. Like, and you got to have them obviously decent stars, but
Yeah, the highest quality of powerful opponents is mostly about LFs.
yeah. But I agree,
Yeah.
giving that team endurance, I think, is really good. Like, if you're somebody that has, you know, powerful opponent LF units, high stars, and you get this guy, I think it's going to be really good for that team.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's safe to say at this point, powerful opponent is like one of the most expensive teams in the game, right? If you wanted to build it fully optimally. So
Oh yeah,
it's pretty crazy in that
Really?
aspect. But at the same time, it's like one of the coolest teams, right? In my own opinion, I think it's like one of the coolest teams because you can have like mixed match
it's
so
true.
many different people from like that are not necessarily directly like correlated. Like you can have Vegeta on there with like LF Broly. I mean, I guess they're both Saiyans and stuff like that, but they're not necessarily exactly the team up units and stuff like that. I really like that aspect a lot.
yeah, for sure, I agree.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you first.
I can't even remember what I was gonna say.
Okay, so then tell me what team, what is the favorite team that you run him on? Would you run him, and what kind of other build other than, you know, the Saiyans build would you try out with him?
I mean, I've seen people using the Saiyan Saga team. It's just not that viable.
What I have seen is I haven't seen him used on Frieza Force because he has the tag. And that is a crazy combination with the new Senkai LF Frieza.
And robbery, of course.
Yep,
robbery.
Rob, good old Rob.
Yeah.
Like,
God,
I
bro.
saw that combination, I was like, okay, that is crazy good. Why is this crazy good? It doesn't feel like it's crazy good, but it is crazy good.
Yep. It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised I haven't been seeing people run that setup. I've been seeing. I'd say mostly when I see this red Vegeta, it's on like just like really stacked Saiyan teams.
It's like a pretty niche team. Most of the
Yeah.
time they run purple, purple, red, or red, red, purple. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird, kind of awkward to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about equips? What equips would you prefer on him, or what equips do you recommend people run on him?
I mean, if it's Saiyans, they have their normal equipment that gives them pure defense per Saiyan. Battle
I'll say one-
Saiyans.
One of his optimal equips is actually from Frieza Force. It's the equipment with shield on it, like Hra or something.
Can you do it
It's like
again?
double
Oh, yeah,
defense
I see
and HP. It's pretty damn
That
good.
is pretty nice.
I feel like that's a must-have on him.
Yeah, you may be onto something right there, Noctis. That looks real nice.
I know there's one because he is a melee unit. Hold on, there's one that offers pure strike attack. Let me find what
Yeah,
the
it's
name
the one
is. I
with
can't remember.
Vegeta.
Yeah, it's like
the pinhead.
I think it's called
or
Tin
what is
Man
it?
or
Tin
something.
Man.
Yeah.
The Tin Man.
Which is always that. I would say that's a good equipment to farm just because there's so many like melee units in the game. I find myself using that equipment all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So besides that Vegeta, we got an obvious other unit, and the question is, Battleamore, does Yajirobe measure up to the other extreme likes of Goku and Jiren, in your opinion, or do you think he's fallen off compared to the others?
Okay, first I will just say this. This is the MVP character here, right here. The Super Warrior unit. It's just amazing for me that how much damage he does as a strike unit. Sure, I feel like Goku might be better, but I feel like this one is better than Jiren because of what he does.
You mean the sidestep
wow.
animation?
Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
Really, just that's it.
That's clearly it, right? No, but it also because of his main ability that inflicts like opponent takes 30% more damage, 50% less health restoration, and plus 15 to their special art cost.
And
that is half the match.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's
long
90
time.
time
counts.
time.
Holy crap!
That is the half the match, and that is 90 counts.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, if you don't look at your debuff bars, you're just gonna forget about this after like 30 counts.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Sure, he does more damage against Saiyans, but that's not necessarily the greatest thing about him. Like, he does 80% of strike damage at battle start. Also, he does even more once an opponent is 50% or below HP. Like, he will continuously draw a blue card and gain 50 ki. Also 100% to next special move damage. Every time he appears against an enemy that has 50% and below HP. The one time when he appears against someone who has 15% or less HP, enemies cannot switch for 3 timer counts, and that is extremely important.
Yep.
Yeah,
You can
that is
snipe.
really good.
That's a sniper. Huh?
Yeah, you can snipe it. I think
Yeah.
that unique ability is just so damn good too, because even if you take away the lock-in, this dude is literally an infinite blue card generator. Every time he comes
Yeah.
in on someone that's like 50% HP or below, right, he's gonna always get that, right?
Yeah, he will always get that. And also, it helps him a lot too, because his blue card does 80% on crit rates with 3 timer counts every time he uses the blue card.
Yep.
And it deals so much damage. I highly recommend him. The only thing I'm just bothered by him is his C ability.
Yeah.
Why was it restricted to only Saiyan Saga? When he's clearly a super warrior. It
agree.
should have a boosted super warrior as well. Also, though, his C ability is pretty good. It gives a health and 20% to crit. It just, that is good.
Dude, yeah.
That is at 6 stars. That is
Yeah,
at 6
that's a Z
stars.
ability I like to see, because I think the only other one that's similar is Red God Goku, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, overall, that's a really good Z ability. Dude, I'm actually kind of like, if we ever get to a point where the Saiyan Saga team is like top tier, this guy's gonna shine a lot. But like, kind of like I said before, his team right now is just not like super viable. So I think that's that's literally the only reason he's lacking, is because if you do run this guy, you're just not running like, you know, a top tier team basically. So I think he is phenomenal though. Like, my favorite part's the Vanish Restoration. I love units. Like, I think this guy, I think it activates 3 times or something where he vanishes and he gets like 50%.
Yeah, up to 3 times.
Yeah, like 50 or 60% of his Vanish Restoration back, which is amazing.
Yeah. Also, because he shortens his own substitution cap by 2 by default.
Yeah, that's incredible
Very
too.
nice.
That's incredible. Like, I feel like people underestimate the shortening sub count sometimes. Like, even if it's only by 2 counts, that's huge.
Also, when he enters the field, he shortened ally sub count by 1. Activates up to 3 times, and it's still good. Reduction of substitution count is so good in this game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, because
it's
I mean,
almost like a pseudo support buff basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's because
sure.
Vanish is the most, precious defensive ability you have, and if you
Yeah,
basically you get your next Vanish back earlier.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Because once he had the 3 times he restores back to his Vanish gauge by 60%. But he restores it so quickly. Like, if you wait on him, he will have his sidestep back.
Oh yeah,
It
for sure.
takes like no time at all to restore that Vanish.
Or even if you tap attack, like I know some,
Yeah.
like I guarantee, like if you vanish with this Yajirobe and the enemy just like does a full tap attack on you, by the time they're done tapping, you'll have your Vanish back most likely.
It's kind of like the
Yeah.
blue god Vegeta that transforms, right, from Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
Well,
predicting a Zenkai Feet Coup. Like, imagine if they Zenkai Feet Coup and like this team could all of a sudden become like really good.
I could see that, especially because they just love their Zenkai Blue Saiyans, right? Because we're getting the
Oh, yeah.
Zenkai Kaioken Goku.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they just want to bombard us with all the Blue Saiyans, dude. Like, that's...
Yes.
We're going to have a full team of just Zenkai Blue Saiyans.
I was about to say to the point where it's actually viable to run that.
It's
I mean,
also
you can
crazy.
literally do that now. You can literally run Mono Blue pretty successfully as long as you have like Zenkai Bardock, a high star LF Broly, and then like Namek Goku
Namek
or somebody.
Goku.
Like, you can actually pretty successfully run Mono Blue.
Yeah.
Yep.
But is it
The
fun?
funny thing also about the art cards he held a strike and a green card.
Yep. That is
That
amazing.
means you continuously get green cards. His green card restore allies by 10% up to 3 times. He restores his own key by 20. He buffs himself for 25% strike damage because he is a strike-based unit. His blast is no damage at all, but he is very strike-oriented. Like, he hurts like heck when he uses strike.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He's very good.
Also because he has heavy bleed too.
And dude, Feetku's green card, I just remembered, reduces ally sub count as well. So dude, yeah, I'm actually like, if they Zenkai Feetku, I feel like this team right here that we're looking on screen, Yajirobe, Feetku, and that Piccolo, that could be like actually a pretty viable team.
Yeah, and also the Fiku heals himself with the green card I just saw. And then
Yeah.
you also just saw how he just sniped the 21, you know, swapping in Yajirobe and just securing the kill with the blue card. This is
Also,
so
Fitku's
nasty.
ult.
It is.
Ult is really damn good.
That's true.
Bro, I still remember when Feetku first came out. I loved that unit. He was just like such a fun, like, cause he's basically like a pseudo support unit, and he was just such a fun unit to play with. He's got that ability where, like, if I can remember right, it's kind of like a Vados type buff where like every time he swaps out, he's buffing the team, stuff like that. If I can remember right, I don't know. I know he's got those pseudo support buffs, man. That's actually a Zenkai I would be excited about, even though it would be another blue Saiyan, and we've, you know, obviously we're getting plenty of those, but
Yeah, we're getting the Kaioken
I actually would be
Goku.
pretty excited for Feetku Zenkai.
Me too. But, you know, just regarding Yajirobe, dude, I have to say, like, I'm fully on the hype train right here with Battle right here. This is my favorite EX unit. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You basically, like how with just everything that Battle just ran through, with holding the green card, being able to heal allies by 10% 3 times, that's like a 30% heal right there, right? Or, well, I guess so, yeah. And, you know, not only that, if you do have, like, high stars on your Vegeta, he does buff Saiyan Saga, doesn't he? Or am I wrong on that?
Saiyan buffs Saiyan Saga, but Yajirobe buffs Saiyan Saga too, yeah.
Yeah, so if you pair them together, you're just going to have, like, all these AoE green cards, right? It's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be pretty nasty. I really like this unit a lot.
Yeah, and it's also great because he's actually a new unit to the game. Yajirobe has not been shown in Dragon Ball Legends
That's true.
Yeah.
until at this point. This is actually a new unit, but they showed it in an extreme rarity.
Yeah, I mean, we got Yajirobe before we got Garlic Jr., right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
I
to
love
me-
his sidestep animation.
It's so funny.
So funny.
The best thing about him, right?
No.
Dude, I love when they give us units like this where it's almost like a troll unit, but they're actually like viable. Like, I don't know, it's just I'm actually glad that they added this guy.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
the Ginyu Force was for, you know, when they were new.
Yeah,
And
it's
also
definitely similar.
Also the, you know, the Apul Force, because I mean, they even made that teaser, you know, it's like that character is going to finally be gonna be playable, and then it's a pool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
But
they're still fun, you know? I mean, I'm playing them in a tournament of power right now, and I'm actually doing fairly well.
Oh, you're using the Apul Force in,
Yeah.
in TOP? Wow.
Yeah. So let's see how it goes.
yeah. Well, I will just say this, guys. If you are maining Saiyan Saga, or even having fun with the Super Warriors like I do, I recommend you to get this guy, but only once, and then just give him C power.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I agree.
I do not agree that you should chase extreme units, because they are so hard to get. But
Yeah.
once you have gotten him, pump all the C powers to him if you want to main those in the Super Warrior and Saiyan Saga. Those Super Warriors for me, but Saiyan Saga, he's just crazy how much damage he can do. And also because no one is expecting him to actually have another vanish. They are infallible, like thinking, how he got his own vanish back already.
Yeah.
Sure,
you know
his
what Oh, my bad, go ahead.
no, his equipment, he has pretty fair equipments, like melee strike. I think we can do it, the awakened one, silver equip. He also won that is for awakened super warriors. I'm getting excited. And
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
that is
really
the
good.
best equipment for him, because it boosts his key recovery and special move damage. Also increasing his base strike and both defenses. It's the best equipment I can think of.
Yeah. Super Warriors actually has like some access to some decent equips, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But no, I was gonna say, so we know we're getting the Zenkai Kaioken Goku, which is also Saiyan Saga. So maybe, you know, Yajirobe, the Zenkai Kaioken Goku, I mean, depending how good he is, and then, you know, that yellow Piccolo, we could see a viable Saiyan Saga team here very soon.
I mean, his Z ability is pretty weird for the team, though. Sunfam and Blue.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Like, technically, he is Saiyan Saga, but yeah, you're right. He does have a weird Z ability.
It all depends on what his Senkai ability will do.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
It could be Blue and Saiyan Saga for all we know.
Yeah, I
It probably
kinda hope
should
it
be.
is.
I'd rather see that than Blue Sun Family.
Yes, please and thank you.
I mean, they could just slap Blue and Saiyans on him. You know, like we saw with the yellow Frieza, for example, who didn't have a proper Z ability, and then they just put a powerful opponent on him, so they
Then
they can just go random. Yeah,
This Goku would be the best bench ever for Saiyans.
it's true. Or at least for Sunfam.
At least for some fam, yeah.
Yeah, if it's Sunfam, yeah.
But that's all I have to say about Yajirobe. He is so great. The only that holding him back is his C ability.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, then I would say let's talk about the banner. And Swift, I want to hear your opinion on the banner itself. Is it worth it to go and chase the LF Vegeta or Yajirobe, or what do you recommend people who are looking forward to summoning on this banner?
So, kind of like I said earlier, okay, so if you main Saiyans and like you just don't have a red unit, or like your only red unit doesn't really buff the team, or maybe, you know, you have Ultra Goku but you want maybe a better red unit, I would say this guy is worth chasing for Saiyan mains, but that's about it. But overall, the banner actually is not that bad. I mean, you have a chance to get, you know, red Vegeta. You got purple Rose on there, which is, you know, he's very, very good at higher stars especially. The blue LF Broly, still amazing. We got UI Goku, which is, you know, not really the best unit these days, but he's not horrible. And then you got purple LF Frieza, who recently got the Zenkai, so that's not bad. And then yellow Piccolo. And then just the regular, you know, 1% sparking units. You got Bojack, both of the Shenrons, the yellow TOP-17, which is, you know, a very, very good unit. You got Clapku on there, which already makes it, you know, worth it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you got Clapku, you got Purple Hit, Angel Vegeta, Purple DKP. I mean, when you look at this banner, I mean, Red Movies Frieza, there's actually a lot of really good units on this banner. Vados, even if you don't have Vados high stars, you can have a chance to get more copies of Vados. I mean, looking at this banner, there is some decent value here, but like I said, the only way that I think you should really like chase is if you're a Saiyan main. If you're not a Saiyan main, it's not really, you know, something that you want to go crazy on unless you're, you know, specifically trying to get copies of like, you know, the LF Broly or LF Rose. But I mean, overall, there's some good value here, and the pity system is very good. I've kind of come to realize this recently, how valuable the pity system is, because if you're going to be summoning anyways, you know, you save up to 30 coins and you get, boom, that's a 600 LFZ power. And then obviously getting up to 50 coins, you do have to summon a lot. But hopefully, you know, by the time you get to 30 coins, you've already pulled a copy of the LF, and then you can just get the 600 LFZ power. So I would say the banner by itself, you know, some good value, some really good units on this banner, and you combine that with the pity system, and there's definitely some good value here. I think it just depends, you know, like I said, what team you're running, you know, what's your main team? Do you even run Saiyans? Stuff like that. So definitely worth it for Saiyan mains. Everybody else, you know, if you want to chase Broly or Rose, you know, there's some decent value here for sure.
I mean, it's value for a powerful opponent too.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. I should have pointed that out. Yeah. There's definitely some value for powerful opponent.
Yeah, I was going to say, this banner is mainly for powerful opponent mains, and if you run Saiyans and powerful opponent, this is like your go-to banner. Because if you main powerful opponents, you have like the three colors, the red, blue, purple, which all are strike units and will sync up pretty damn good. But you need to have them obviously at like 6+, so everyone boosts the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's kind of weird that UI is on there. I mean, he boosts Saiyans, but he's not optimal on Saiyans. Goten is the most random of them all, just because he got the Zenkai recently. And LF Frieza, I don't know, man. And
Yeah,
the Piccolo for the Saiyan saga, I guess. But yeah, mostly powerful opponent team, I'd say.
Personally, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just say, like, I still think this banner is garbage. I will go ahead and say, for me, I think there are, like how you guys said, there are some good units on here, but I just hate this format of step-ups right here.
Yeah, the single LF.
Yeah, the single LF with an extreme that's harder to pull than the LF. Like, it's just, I do not vibe with it. Especially when so many people are already voicing out their opinions, like the All-Star banners that come immediately after it that kind of like are in the same theme should just be like merged together, right? Like everyone said that SSB should have came out with Topo. We know that we're going to get the Nappa banner. That should have been merged with this, obviously. Like, it's just...
Hoping for Tien or Krillin. Hoping for Tien and Krillin.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I wonder why indeed.
Imagine there'll be like the early tournament ones, and then they will not have the tag.
No!
Yeah.
Ooh, evil.
Don't be like that. Let it just be the one-handed Tien or Spirit Bomb Krillin. That would be great.
I mean, Azdeek pointed out he made a really good point, though. We've been seeing these single LF banners, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting tired of them. My theory for why they're doing it is they're just trying to get everybody to use their CC before, Black Friday, and eventually we'll be coming up on New Year's here soon, and there's gonna be some really hype stuff coming out. So I don't know, really why they're doing it. That's kind of my theory, but yeah, I don't know. The single LF banners are kind of tough, man, because it's like
They are.
you're basically chasing one LF, and then you have a small chance of getting the new extreme. But other than that, I don't know. There's some decent value, but yeah, I agree with Azdeek. I'm kind of getting tired of the single LF banners.
I personally hate how they literally give us a banner right afterwards that literally fits into there and is like a 1% unit.
Exactly.
Last on the Evo Vegeta banner, we get Topo.
Yeah.
Oh, and even Khalifa, Kale and Khalifa. Now we get the Nappa, we already know. Why don't they put them on the step up? Like
Because
literally
money's
so
the simplest
cheap.
fix.
I hate it.
Yeah, money's always the
It's
money's,
so cheap
huh?
though.
It's very
scummy.
obvious, yeah.
It's scummy. Do you guys think that, speaking of like the Black Friday and stuff, do you guys think they're gonna like pull some stuff on us again? Like I kind of got screwed over last time. I'm not gonna lie. I went all in for UI Goku, and then Broly and Gogeta came out at the same time on separate banners, and I literally almost like went into like a deep depression. Do you guys think they're gonna do this to us again?
Probably.
I have a feeling.
Probably. Probably,
Oh
yeah.
man.
I know Black
better
Friday
prepare
is
myself.
usually the bait for New Year's. Well, don't get me wrong. So Black Friday, it's gonna be hype, but I think
It depends on your teams, yeah.
yeah, that's true. It always depends on your teams, but for whatever reason, I think like Black Friday probably will be hype, but then New Year's will probably be even more hype.
Okay. I'm scared.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
And New Year's should have 2 banners instead of 1 also.
Please no.
Yeah.
And just to clarify for people,
Most
I
likely.
think most people know what we're talking about when we say single LF banners, but just to clarify, I don't think we mean like we want to see like 5 new LFs come out. That's not what we're talking about. We're saying normally when they drop an LF, like they'll drop a banner like 1 LF, and then they'll drop like 1, 2, or maybe 3 new sparking 1% units, stuff like that, where you actually have some value there. When it's just one new LF, 1 new extreme, and then a bunch of the other units that already came out, I think that's kind of what we're talking about, that we're kind of getting tired of that format.
Yep.
Yeah, they should have stick to the anniversary format.
Yeah, dude, it's complete like multiple steps backwards. Those anniversary, especially like the Gohan banner, I always rave about that banner. One of the best ever came out.
Yeah.
That's true. Because I was about to say they have given us back the free step. We didn't get back the double rate step. But I think the free step was definitely not there on the anniversary banner, so that's definitely good. And
Yeah.
we also cannot forget that we got the pity system, right? Which also changes the
huge.
value of step up banners because you can get LF multi Z power if you go to like 22, 24k CC, roughly about that area. You can guaranteed get the unit if you're a whale and you invest enough or you save so many crystals for your favorite character that you can actually afford to summon and go for like 40k, I think it is. And if you keep going, you can still get the Z power and all that stuff. Also, the thing I like about the step ups is the extreme or higher guaranteed step. Because for me, I mean, I'm also a collector, and I didn't have Namek Goku for the longest time, and I finally got him. I even got him like 3 stars on this banner, which is cool. I got Yajirobe on the first try.
I actually pulled him too.
Yeah, which is I was happy about that. Not even because I want to use him, but just about the fact that I have him.
They actually have him.
Yeah. And so this I do agree that they should have at least always 1% unit that is new as well. I wonder if that was like collateral damage due to the fact that they started releasing banners monthly, but then again they release banners almost every week and they still put two characters on like all-star banners.
Yep.
I'm definitely glad that they did bring back the free step. I mean, most of the time you're not going to get anything on it, but every once in a while, I mean, I'm pretty sure if I can remember right, I pulled my first copy of Evolution Vegeta on the free step. So sometimes it does come in clutch.
Do you want to know what happened?
I am really glad to see that come back.
Do you want to know what happened on my free step on the Vegeta banner? I got 2 LF Vegetas back to back.
Did you on the free step?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude.
Wow.
I
okay, that goes to show you, man. Sometimes the free step comes in handy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all
I'm just
RNG,
flexing
right?
on us.
Yeah. I got so lucky
dude.
on that.
Insane flex.
I mean, it's not really an accomplishment that I did, right? It's RNG, so it's not really. I just got super lucky after not getting so
Shows
lucky.
us your luck stat, man.
Oh yeah, sure. It's so high. I'm almost as high as Battleamore flew in Stream Racer earlier. But yeah, one more thing that we also got, and that started on Saturday, and it's going again until I guess Friday, is the raid. Azdeek, have you been playing that? How do you like it?
Honestly, I can't lie to you guys, chat. I have not been playing the raid. I have to start playing. I always do it. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I always wait until it's like the last day to get everything done. I don't know why I'm built like that. I just am. But I'm really happy about the format. That's something that I will immediately say. I am very, very happy about the format, right? Because this is the format that we got for the Kefla raid and stuff like that. You get the battle rewards, you get the limited time rewards, which is something that I really, really like, right? Because they took that away for a very long time. And so now we have it back. And then obviously you have the damage rewards that once you reach a certain threshold of damage, you are going to get rewarded for it. Other than that, it's just, I don't think it's nothing too absolutely crazy or anything like that. I know a lot of people were getting burnt out of the raids and stuff like that, but this is a refreshing kind of take on it. I think the only complaint that I guess I do have on it is that in the exchange shop that you can only get one of the tickets, right? One of the Assault on Saiyans, but I guess because it's a guaranteed sparking one, I'm not too sure, but
yeah,
I guess that's the only complaint that I have.
Bro, I'm not even kidding. When I first saw that, I thought it said 50 tickets, and I got so excited. And then I was like, oh, no, it's 50 coins for one.
Yeah, for one ticket, or just one, that's it. No more.
I literally thought it was
no
50 tickets. I got so happy.
Yeah. I mean, also, go ahead.
Though they added more stuff. They added energy and skip tickets you can grind. You get more summon tickets, for 3, 2, 1 of that master pack thing.
Yeah,
because those
and
are
they
so
added
those are so viable.
Fragments as well too, which isn't a big deal, but sometimes recently I was in a situation where I was trying to grind an awakened equip and I ran out of fragments. So every once in a while, I think it'll be nice to be able to just grind those up real quick.
Honestly, I think the fragments being there actually is a big deal, and the reason being that this means you can now spend your rush medals on Zenkai souls.
Yeah, and not have to worry about stocking back up on the fragments.
Exactly. So I think that's actually big, because a lot of people who Zenkai, first off, you're gonna use your soul exchange medals, but then if you're running out of those, you're gonna use those rush medals, and at one point you're gonna have to decide: do I awaken that equip, or do I Zenkai my character and actually soul boost him?
Yeah.
Yeah. If only the raid were weekly.
No, please, no. I would get burnt out, like burnt the hell out. I've been playing like 10 times for now, maybe.
I mean, there are two different systems in this raid. Like the way you grind with your own combat points, or the world's beating the raid.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you have done the thing you have already done to get the combat point, you don't actually have to grind to get all the CC or something. I know you want to, but you don't have to. But you will still get CC and battle medals to actually exchange.
That's true.
Yeah. And I mean, what I really like about this raid format, and I think we've already kind of touched on this when they first did, because I think this is like the second time we've seen this format. What I like is the fact, like, so you do have to play more. I know the raid used to be like, I think it was roughly like you play 20 times and you get your 1000 CC. So now it's more, I think from what I've heard is like 45. You play about 40 times and you get your 1000 CC.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's 50.
Something like that. Yeah. But you don't have to spend your coins on the CC. You get your CC just from playing. And then when you're done, you can go to the exchange shop and you have all these coins to buy whatever you want. You don't have to, worry about buying the CC in the shop. So that's the one thing I like. You almost get double rewards at that point.
I agree.
The big thing about that is people who have 20k CC or more can actually get the CC without having any bothers. That is the big part about it.
Yep, I think that's also exactly why they did it. Because they finally heard that complaint.
I hope.
Yeah, because
I hope they never change this format.
Because if you're...
They can change the boost units. That's the only issue I have. Because if you don't have the best unit, aka the LF, you're kinda screwed, depending on the raid. This raid is still doable, but it's still horrible. Like, so many people just disband on you, and it's
yeah.
My Raditz, dude. My Raditz, no one wants to play with Raditz, bro. He's a boost character. Just let me live.
Yeah, because people don't read it.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, it's not the LF buy. Or you go the Vegeta. But yeah, I think especially for hoarders like Noctis, I don't want to see your flat, bruh. Because I hope you're not hoarding there as well. As you're holding like your dude, if I see your gift box and if your room or your flat looks anything like your gift box, there's no room to step on the carpet, man.
Well, my missions that they changed, right? You see like everything with the soul boost and things.
How much do you have?
It literally lags. It lags when I go there.
Holy crap.
My phone is like dying when I go there and want to scroll.
It's like overheating and stuff.
It dies.
I do have a question. Have everyone exchanged for that ticket? The sparking ticket?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have 50 coins yet.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask there, what did you get in that ticket?
I think I pulled the oldish blue Ultimate Gohan.
Ah, yeah, the one that locks your strikes.
Yeah, that one.
Well, I pulled the green golden Frieza.
Oh wow. I got blue TOP 18. That was pretty good.
Oh,
yeah, I'd be happy about that too.
I'll be happy about that too.
If I'm not mistaken, it's so it is sparking guaranteed, but I don't think I'll have to double check, but I don't think
it's not the good ticket.
Boosted.
It's
it's not the good ones with the boosted rates.
No, it's like
so
the 0.5.
No, it's not.
It's like the free mystery ticket.
It's the same ticket you get when you know the challenges.
Yeah. Try to surpass
the mystery ticket.
Yeah, it's the same that one.
Yeah, so you have like a big pool of characters. You might get really lucky, or most likely you're just gonna get an old LF. But I think it's cool they added it at least. It's better than not having it.
Yeah, true.
But maybe more than one would have been nice. Like, since it is just the general sparking ticket, maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 would have been nice. But I'm cool with it. It's better than nothing, I guess.
0.5% chance to pull the Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's gonna happen. 100%.
Some people will get that.
Yeah, I'm sure some people did.
Yeah, I mean, that's
There's always that one guy.
pretty much.
I want to be
Always.
that guy.
Yeah.
Please.
More question is, why couldn't I be that guy?
Yep, exactly.
That's what I always ask when I see couples on the street. What? No, I'm kidding. Desperate Andy. All right. So there's one more topic. Or actually, there's 2 more topics, but one more topic that actually I think is a little bit slept on, and that is not the challenge raid, but the adventure choice battle. Because as I said earlier, We did not get a new adventure event for now. I think we're gonna get one next week or next Wednesday for the Saibamen. However, I really like this choice battle right now because you get, you can choose if you want the blue, like whatever color you want to do, and you get different tickets for Zenkai souls and for regular souls. And I think it's like drops of 100 for the Zenkai souls and drops of 1,000 for the regular souls, and that's just so good.
And you can get slot erasers, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, and bells.
Yeah.
Golden bells as well.
Yeah.
Golden bells
on
or
the
erasers.
rising. On the rising souls only though, not the
Yeah.
Zenkai.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
But yep. But still, this is such a good one.
I find it funny that in normal jobs you can get C power from different units.
Oh, like the
units.
Gohan.
It's so rare.
Yeah.
It's so damn
Yeah.
rare.
It's so rare, but
Useless.
it's just funny. If only were the new units.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh wow.
They wouldn't.
That'd be so
know.
sick if they did it for like the EX units, like the new EX units.
Oh, please, why did they not do that?
Well, I remember back in the day, they used to have that setup where if you pulled the new Extreme, then you would get the Z power on login or something like
Yep.
that. But
That was
then that
beautiful, too.
kind of only benefited the people that was able to pull the Extreme, obviously, but that was still pretty cool. I remember they used to do that.
Oh yeah, I remember people like chasing the X unit so they can get that as a lock-in reward.
Yeah, yeah, you would get
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I think like 50 or 100 a day or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, something. It was nice, but do you also remember that you got those fragments, like as you said, right, the 30 Z power on every summon? That was random. It was.
Yeah, it's just too bad that this boost to get souls from Senkai souls and normal souls only last until next reset.
Yeah, but the good thing is, they now implemented those adventures, and it's possible that they just. You know what just occurred to me? So one thing to just end my thought here, my train of thought, is that they will probably just make them farmable at one point or accessible from somewhere else, or just have this event back up. The only downside is you still want to do your normal adventures, especially if you're grinding for your guild, right, Noctis? And the thing is that this
Yeah.
might be a precursor to selling the Legends Pass, because you know how you can get 2 extra adventure slots on that Legends Pass, right? So that would mean that you're not getting a detriment, because you can still farm the same amount of points and still farm those legends or those rising souls and the Zenkai souls. So maybe that's how they're spinning this.
Yeah, I could see that. Like these new adventures combined with the pass where you can, just grind up that much more. I could see that.
Yeah, my tinfoil
Oh, no,
hat
dude.
is
Yeah.
exploding.
All
Yeah,
the
just-
gold guilds
just-
are gonna
just
be.
to-
Oof.
All we have
Yeah.
to see when the Legends Pass comes.
Just to clarify, those rising souls and stuff give 0 guild
Exactly.
points. That's why Palm is saying
Yep.
that. They literally give 0.
Oh, really?
Yes, you only
That's
get
terrible.
You only
Yeah.
get guild points from the normal adventures, like whatever it is, the sausages and whatever.
Oh,
Because they are
I
count-
actually did not know that.
Yeah, because those are counted as medals, and the medal gives you 5.
Interesting.
And the medal gives you 5 guild points per medal that you obtain, and that's why you get so many points from
It's like the
adventures.
collector thing.
Exactly, you get collector points, and it does not count for souls, because souls don't actually accrue collector points for you. So you get 0 from that, and that's why they might say, okay, the guild grinders, they can still use their regular 7 adventure slots, but you still get 2 extra slots if you want to farm those souls.
But you can get more if you use them also for
Yeah,
the
exactly.
normal adventure.
You could.
things.
But then maybe people will just be
Pay
like,
to win.
okay, the guild minimum is 3 million points. I got my 3 million points. Now I'm going to just go ahead and farm the rising souls. Something like this.
And never do that.
It all depends on what you focus on. If you focus on the guild, you probably don't do this. But if you focus on units that you want to soul boost, Senkai, whatever, this is probably the better choice.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the priorities, right?
Yeah, it depends on
Because
priorities.
if you don't want to get kicked out of your guild because, your guild is going for top 50 and it's grinding hard, you gotta choose
So
that.
if you want to grind for guild points, like if you don't want to do it on adventures, you can either do it by doing other stuff like collecting points and other stuff.
Yeah, but adventures make up the
Wow.
biggest part.
By
Yeah.
far.
For points.
So if you don't do your adventures, you're not gonna be, it's gonna be a really hard time to get 2 million and more.
It's like adventures and summons, right? Those are like the two.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
PvP
Summons
doesn't
only
give
if
you
you get
barely
Z medals.
anything. Like you can play PvP all day long and you'll still get more points from adventures.
You
Yeah.
should get more from PvP, in my
No,
opinion.
yeah, you definitely should. You definitely should.
Yeah, the formula for PvP is like 320 points plus 14 times the amount RP you gained. So if you lose, you also don't. I think you didn't get like 320 or
Oh,
something.
it goes by how much RP you gain?
Yeah. So if you get,
Yep.
if you lose, you gain like 320, and if you win, then you get this plus 14 times whatever RP you gain. So if it's like 1 RP, you're also kind of cucked, you know.
Oh.
Not great.
It's not the greatest to grind to number
So
one.
it's
then.
easier.
Yeah.
I think it's easier if you want battle points, you just play co-op on the easiest stage because
Yeah.
you always
Right,
get the same
right.
amount of battle points for all the stages.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's also
Or raid, like right now.
yeah, that's 1,000 points, right?
Yeah,
Plus
raid's
guild
good.
guild bonus. So much fun.
True.
All right. So now that we got that covered, there's one more thing that we got announced on the video and stuff, and I am very hopeful for that. And that is the whole Saibamen squad, Noctis. What are you expecting from those? Yeah, exactly.
Bro. Oh my god. I'm actually kind of hyped for them. I don't know why, but I kind of.
I already prepared. I have all the energies and everything to.
But you get them
fulfill
from
every one of
adventures.
them.
Yeah, you get them
Yeah,
from
I know,
adventures.
but I kind of want them to actually implement both. If you can get the adventures,
I mean,
or
maybe.
energy and stuff. Depends on how
You-
much you want to grind.
You probably need to spend energy to get the adventures and then use them, I guess.
Could be, yeah. Like an event for them.
Yep.
But yeah, I just hope they're damn good, so you actually see them being played.
I hope you
Just
at
like the
least get
appeal force.
1,000 C power every time.
They have
It's going to take a
big
while.
shoes to fill. That's all I know. They got big
Yeah.
shoes to
Yeah,
fill.
Pool Force and Ginyu Force, for sure.
And
Dude,
Super
I can
Warriors.
actually use Yajirobe in this team. Since they are Saiyan Saga.
I guess
I
so.
can actually use
Imagine,
that.
dude. There's no way. If they buff Saiyan Saga, that'd be absolutely insane.
No, they will buff
Yeah,
Saiyan
imagine
Saga.
they
That
have
would
that
be
Like
so
the
like,
sick.
Frieza Force.
secondary Z ability.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be
Dude.
like Minion and Saiyan Saga or something. That would be crazy.
I would scream
yeah.
without
Watch
the
them
S.
buff Saiyan Saga, and then one of them has like endurance, like Robbery does, and then you could just run like whatever endurance unit, Yajirobe, and then like
Vegeta also.
Zenkai Piccolo or something.
Yeah, or
like,
the Red Vegeta who also has endurance.
Oh yeah. Can't forget that.
Imagine one has like a revival.
Oh my god. Revival
And they just
and
plant
Rob.
themselves.
Imagine.
That would be
You know what
sick.
would be cool if the Saibamen had revival, but then his next attack he kills himself and deals like a massive chunk of damage like to Yamcha, you know?
That'd be cool.
Why?
Yeah.
Why just jump?
No.
Battle
I'm
is
saying
just like, why?
I'm saying
Why?
like he did against Yamcha where he blew himself up.
Oh, like
So
he did.
basically, he
Okay,
comes
okay,
back
yeah,
and
that's true.
he gets one more attack. He kills himself, but he deals a tremendous amount of damage to the opponent.
No, dude. Watch all the Saibamen have a buff against Super Warriors, and battle's just gonna be so hurt.
Oh, why?
Dude, the next EU versus NA champ are gonna be fun,
Yep.
or just tournament.
The pain.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm excited for them because that means it has been going on a trend. That means the Cell Saga might be next, or the Majin Buu Saga. That's what I'm excited for.
Yep.
yeah.
Because either we're getting Cell Juniors in the Cell Saga, depends on, we don't know, or Majin Buu, like when it transformed into small Majin Buus, we don't know. Like I said, it's just speculations. But I'm kind of excited for the future.
That's actually a good
too.
point. I could see them like continuing to just like add more and more like little like minions, I guess, like for the minion tag. Definitely, I could see the Cell Juniors for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Toshi literally said in the video and stuff that they're gonna be viable. So either he's just trolling or like they're actually gonna try and make them kind of like how the pool force is.
I really hope so.
And I mean, if these guys are similar to the Apul squad, they're gonna be good. So I'm kind of excited for them. I'm always excited for free to play characters. I'm always down for that type stuff. So
Yeah, I think the Goku free-to-plays, like the 6 of them, prepared for this. That's something that is coming. Like the Apul Force and now Saibamen.
Yeah, the Goku's
and
base.
now
sucked.
more.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't
they
we don't
suck.
talk about
That-
those.
we have
Gokus.
100 agree on that.
They're
But
some doo-doo.
it started at least something.
Bro,
I
they
mean-
really should have buffed each other. That was the problem with the Gokus, is like that none of them like really
Yeah.
buffed each other. Like imagine if they came out and they all buffed each other, it might have actually been, I mean, it probably still wouldn't have been like a great team, but it would have been a better team than it is now.
The one thing I gotta say I like about the approach they are taking to free units now is that you can actually 14 star them upon release. Because the thing is, if you remember the Ginyu Force, I think you were able to like 3-star them when they came out. And the same for the Super Warriors, right? You got them to I think like 6 stars when they came out, the Krillin and
The
everything.
highest you could do was 6
Yeah.
star, yes.
And this time,
But you could put your own C power to them.
yeah, okay, that's fair. But I mean, the question is, do you want to? When you can put them on other units like number 1 Vegeta or something, for example, right? So the thing is, now we can farm them to 14 stars, which means that they'll be at their best, and you can farm the entire team, which means they're also going to be in their best team. Now, the one thing I was wondering, and people in the chat for the video and stuff reaction said, nah, they will not have it, is are they going to get something like Frieza Force tag? Because I mean, they're working for Vegeta and Nappa, who are working for Frieza at that time. So I don't know if this is like a Saiyan thing or if it's a Frieza Force technology, you know? Because this way they would be even better with the Apul squad.
I wonder if they just directly buff minions.
I mean, they could be buffing minions and the Saiyan Saga,
think-
Yeah.
since they are in the Saiyan Saga. and
They're gonna
buffing
I think they
minions.
will
Tags at least, I
100%
think.
buff minions.
Yeah.
Because that's what they, like, you know, that's the essence of them being like expendable and
Yeah,
exploding.
that means you can mix them between the
Dude, yeah, that'd be
Apul
cool.
Force and Saiyans. Yeah.
That'd be really cool because you could just mix and match, build whatever team you want between them and the Apul Force.
Yeah, and
that
also-
would be pretty cool.
I think the Apul guys, they all have death buffs, not specifically for the Apul Force because there's no such tag, but for minions as well. So
Right.
if let's say Ramon Ortega Ortiz dies, then I think he gives like blast attack and crit rate to minions, which is also the Saibamen. So
Yeah.
maybe they're also gonna take that into account and just make them gel really well with them, because that would be really nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Ramon.
That would work.
Ram.
I would like to see a mix of that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I think that would actually be really cool.
MVP robbery.
For sure. All right, so I think it's time to take a quick break before we go over to the questions. And as always, we're gonna take questions from chat, and donations get priority, but we will try and our best to answer as many questions as we can. So we will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. So I want to see all your questions in the chat right now. Battleamore is going to pick the questions, so make sure that he likes them.
Yes, put on your questions. Ooh, someone from A3. Do you think Blast card should be override RR? I'm sick of getting hit by second RR because I thought they had no vanish.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. I understand where he's coming from, but you have to realize, like, if they did something like that, it would literally, like, change the entire way PvP's played. So I would probably say no.
Yeah, there would nobody would ever mid-range blast unless it's very early in the match, or they just got rushed, because that's the other thing. It also applies obviously to the first rush. So I would also say no. I think it's also only fixing a symptom and not the problem with Rising Rush.
And my best advice to give A3 would just to be like, don't just like try to assume that they don't have advantage and be like, okay, I'm gonna pop my rush, because then chances are they have time to swap out and they just dodge it. You want to just try to save your rush for when you have priority, you're gonna land it on somebody, and that's when you want to try to use your rush in those situations. But
I think he was
I
actually.
understand where he's coming from.
think-
I don't see them doing that.
Actually, I think he was talking about
I
the
understand him
opposite,
too.
though. He said, okay, he's assuming the opponent has no vanish. He uses a blast card, let's say mid-range, and then he gets rushed, and the rush overwrites the blast. And I think that's where the question is coming from.
I think he's talking about the one versus one situation where he knows his opponent doesn't have vanish, and he's like, okay, I won. And then he blasts, and the opponent pops
Yeah,
the Rising Rush.
something like
and
that.
wins because of that.
Oh, okay. I read it backwards.
And he doesn't want the opponent to get vanish back, right? So he pops his blast quickly,
Yeah.
but Rising Rush happens.
And so
I think that's where it's coming
Yeah,
from. And that's tilting as hell. Because you lose thanks to the rush, even though you would have won, basically.
you're outskilled, but then
And if you wait, they have vanish back and yeah.
you can tackle and see if you can bait it. But then again, that also means
They can strike.
yeah. But the thing is that means that you're already assuming they don't have a rush, or they do have a rush, because otherwise you wouldn't tackle, right?
I mean, it's rock, paper, scissors anyway. Like, no matter what you do. They can always counter you.
True. The next question
Unless you
is
have a
from
blue card.
Kira. The next question is from Kira Yoshikage06. What do you think was the best and the worst meta?
The best meta was around times when Super Saiyan Force came out.
Yeah, the
Goku
GT
meta.
meta.
And
Yeah, I think we mentioned that
and the
before.
worst meta was Vegito Blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
And at that time, you can only cover once and you had to make it count.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole
that was
different
one of the
ballgame.
worst meta.
Yep.
You know what? I will say when for those that were around when Red Rosé, like when Red Rosé first came out, that was a pretty fun meta too. But if I had to pick like a specific meta that I liked the most, it'd probably be the GT meta, just because it felt like it was the most balanced meta to me. But I do remember when Red Rosé first came out, and I did really enjoy PvP back then as well. But yeah, for the worst meta, definitely the Vegito Blue meta was atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite meta to this day still has to be like when Cascades, his team, was just so dominant. What was it? Kid Goku, Kakarot Goku, and Super Saiyan 4. That's all I would use. And that's it. I lived by it.
Okay, question from Lightning God Eric. He has a good question here. Who is your favorite character and why is it Jinko Man?
Clapco.
Well, because he just brings so much to the team. Like, he blows himself up, he comes back, he blows himself up again. He buffs the enemy team if he uses a card. It's amazing. Saibamen are goated.
Okay.
Isn't like one Saibaman called Copy Man also?
Yeah. Also, he forces you to take
He's
a
my
pee
favorite,
break
yeah.
every time Rising Rush is used.
Oh, what? Well, for me, it's actually Broly and She-Light, the first dual unit.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I really do like them.
That's unexpected.
I hated them.
I like I like them as like a character. I just never really use them in battle. But like like when they first came out, I thought they were actually really cool. I mean, I see where you're coming from on that. Just because it is like a cool character and like.
I mean,
Was
his
that the
question
first dual
was
character?
favorite. Yes.
Yeah, that was the first dual character. So I kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I like the synergy and the prospect of thinking about the future. Also, the first model of She-Light that actually is in the game. And the
I
only-
just hate them because I got them to 9 and 0 Vegetos. That's why I literally hate the character.
That was a terrible banner for me as well.
Oh man! All right, are we talking about like just as in the franchise as a whole? Who's your favorite character, or
I
like
think in the
favorite
unit
unit in the game?
I think it's in the
Favorite
game.
unit.
In the game or
Alright.
announced.
Well,
yeah.
I'll throw in both. So my favorite character in the franchise is Goten for sure. In the game, I think my favorite unit I think it has to be Super 17. I think I have the most fun with that unit. I think he's hilarious to use, especially. I'm not gonna lie, he's a bit toxic. He's a bit toxic.
Just a bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. He's very funny, especially alongside Majub.
Bro, Super 17 tilts me so much because it seems like, well, basically any unit with paralysis, because it just always seems like the paralysis kicks in at the worst time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like always.
The funny thing is that happens even when the paralysis is hitting the opponent. Like, you're expecting the opponent to do something, they get paralyzed, your timing is off, and they actually get the combo.
Yeah,
know,
you
right?
have those rare occasions where the paralysis actually helps you.
Yeah. But most of the times it helps the opponent for me.
Yeah. I think for me, you guys already know my favorite character is Clapku, but my favorite character, like in the entire like show, I guess, would probably be Teen Gohan. But it used to be Future Trunks. When I was growing up as a kid watching Dragon Ball Z, I used to love Future Trunks, but
Iconic.
I've come to really love Teen Gohan, and obviously in the game, it's going to be Clapku, just because Clapku, I mean, completely changed the way God Key is played, and he's just, I don't know. I just love the unit. He's super defensive and
Rising rush
you don't have to worry
control.
about rush. Yeah, exactly. Rising rush control. But yeah, you guys probably already knew that.
I like Palm's nickname for Clapku, aka Crapku.
Whoa!
Damn, you threw me under the bus there, Azdeek.
Fire.
I feel like the bus driver is actually reversing right now.
Oh my god.
The toxic nature.
I'm dead.
Oh
So,
my
what do you
God.
guys think? What is your favorite characters in game or in the show?
Yeah, so in show, for me, it would be Super Vegito because he's cocky as hell, and I love that. The scene where he's skewering Buhan and stuff like this. Just dope.
Just that swagger.
In the game, I think the longest time it was actually Raccoon. Because,
Raccoon!
it rhymes with Doom. Yeah, because the Ginyu Force was so underrated. And Raccoon would just tank Rising Rushes left and right, which was amazing because, people were just like, nah, he's an extreme character. Let's just rush him. I don't care. He's dying. He's not. Surprise, joke's on you. Yeah, and
Bro,
I think
he was like the revival unit before we got revival.
pretty much. And then he just heals like 30% for the entire team. It was amazing. So I'll just, stick with that. But I also love the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. He's so much fun to play.
Dude, he really
looks
is.
fun.
His
He looks so
animations
fun.
are amazing too.
Yeah. So that's my answer.
want him.
What about you, Battle?
Well, like I said, in the game it's Broly and Shilai because the synergy and stuff. It was fun every time using them because the rush go differently because the blast card was from Shilai while the hits is from Broly.
Yep.
So that made it fun. Also, the green card is so random. Either you take one Dragon Ball or you do something else to debuff him.
Yeah.
On the show, I actually have to say Gohan when he grows up.
Okay.
Alright.
Scholar go on.
Yeah, because it meant when he was actually in the time of peace. And I love that about Dragon Ball. Like, they're in time of peace, they have their thing. It's like nothing serious, but they have their life.
Yeah. Dragon Ball should have turned into a slice of life anime after that. Which is
Yeah, that would have been so great. Well, that is my logic. Because he got his happy family. He's not really a fighter, but he fights for his family.
That was one thing I always loved about Gohan, and especially just the way, I mean, obviously, Dragon Ball is just such an amazing show, but everybody probably already agrees with me on that. But the one reason I love Gohan so much is just because, he's growing up, and as you're watching the show, we all know, like, hybrids are supposed to be more powerful. Like, technically, Teen Gohan should be more powerful than Goku. But, as he grows up, he doesn't really want to fight. But at the end of the day, he still has that power inside him to just, unleash all hell. So, I don't know. That was something I agree with you on that. That's something that I've always liked about Gohan, where, he doesn't, like, have to fight. But if he does fight, he's got that power.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, xNoctis, Azteek, what about you guys?
Well,
Azdeek already said it.
Yeah.
And for me,
right.
I have the most fun using that Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku that released a few banners ago.
Okay.
He's so damn fun.
All right.
I don't know.
Bro, I feel like
have
people
the most
heavily
fun with him.
underrated that guy. He's so
Yeah.
good.
I'm sorry. I hate that unit.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not
he's
gonna lie,
actually
but
really
You
annoying.
have him
I
at
respect
so
it. I
high
respect it.
stars.
He's good at
You have
everything.
him at such high
Yeah, he's
stars.
good at everything but damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to have him at high stars. That's the only complaint. But if you have that, minus like 10, then he's really damn fun.
Bro, yeah.
And if you Zenka buff him.
At high
obviously.
stars, he's actually pretty oppressive because his combos just
Yep.
do not end. Like, he just goes on
And the
for
fast
days.
green card. Yeah, exactly. In the show, like split between Super Vegito and on the Majin Buu saga when Videl got like beat up and Gohan like was raging as hell
Yeah.
when he had the glasses on and turned like Super Saiyan 2. Oh my god, that moment was insane.
Yeah. He could have just been like the main character from that point on, and I would have been fine.
Wasn't that the plan originally?
I think so.
Yeah. But then it changed back to Goku.
Yeah, I think people didn't want it.
The Goku show.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at Cell Saga, they were building up Gohan to be the most powerful, and then like over time, it ended up, I guess they changed their minds, and Gohan ended up not wanting to fight, and they just focused on Goku. But
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, I mean, Gohan, I mean, nowadays with Super, obviously Goku, went Ultra Instinct, and he's just, leagues above everybody else. But if you're only looking at Dragon Ball Z, I mean, Gohan's still probably the most powerful, I guess. I mean, I would say, like, you could compare Teen Gohan almost to Super Saiyan 3 Goku in terms of power level, but that's a whole different discussion. Probably shouldn't get into that.
No, honestly, though, I would agree. If you're only looking at Dragon Ball Z, I think when Gohan unleashed like his true potential on the Elder Kai's planet, I do believe like he at that point he was like the most powerful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, here is another question from Frosty Eyes. What do you think mostly will come besides Nappa in 2 weeks? They usually hide the more hype units until the hint.
Well, there should be at least one other unit, right? I'm assuming, is this going to be an all-star banner?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's
I think we only have those two
So there's
formats, right?
still
Should be.
there's still another unit that we, I guess, don't know about. So I don't know. I'm assuming it seems like they're trying to build up Saiyan Saga, so maybe something with Saiyan Saga. I don't know though.
TN.
I have two things. One-handed TN, Spirit Bomb Krillin.
Bro, we
Let's
need
go.
a sparking TN.
Did you just-
We need a sparking TN,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm surprised we don't have one.
No, it's gonna
Yeah.
be Nappa and Chaozu.
Yeah.
Because we actually have a sparking Yamcha, even though he's free to play and it's baseball Yamcha. We also have Krillin from the Cell Saga, but we don't have a sparking TN.
Yeah. Also, what about Ultimate Chaozu?
Ooh. Yeah. What if
Yeah,
it's a dual
maybe.
unit?
We finally
Tien
get
and
Chaozu.
He could blow himself up again.
Again.
As always, it's just him. That's his shtick.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I mean, it could be
guys.
that Krillin, right? He had even the chance to kill this Vegeta that we have at the
Oh, when he's
LF unit
holding
right now.
Yajirobe's sword,
Oh, that could work.
that'd be
too.
crazy. I don't think they would ever do that, but that'd be crazy.
So what, his blue card is going to
Probably
be
not,
like
yeah.
hitting
Could
the
be
opponent and then pretending to kill him and just walking away with like no damage.
yeah.
Yeah, Goku's like, don't do it.
Goku is just popping in and be like, nope. And then you die. That's just hashtag
You lose.
Krillin it, right?
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, do put more questions in the chat and I will read them out.
All right, we got time for one more question.
Last question, guys, just put it out. And we will answer them the best we
Spill
can.
the beans. All right, there's one.
Oh, from Kenji, what can they do to rework the equipment acquisition process as a newer player? Getting old equipment that I realize with the events is horrible.
I mean, they could just
I think.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think. So you look at the exchange shop right now, and you have two options. You have the equipment metal shop or the Z metal shop, and there's some good equipment in the regular equipment metal shop. But I mean, it's no surprise that like some of the more premium equipment, some of the more better equipment, like it's gonna be in the Z metal shop. And for a new player where you're not going to have all these units 14 stars, you're probably not going to be getting a bunch of Z medals. And this is something I've actually heard complaints from new players where, they just struggle to get those Z medals. And they just can't get those equipments that are in the Z medal shop. So I think in all reality, if they're trying to make the game friendlier for newer players, they need to just like either combine all the equipment's in the Z metal shop, they just need to get transferred to the equipment shop, or come out with some new equipment event where you can just grind basically any equipment in the game. I mean, they've always kind of some equipment's always available, other equipment it's on an event based thing where sometimes you can grind it, other times you can't grind it. And I've always believed, like, you should be able to basically grind any equipment in the game at any time. And I've always thought that. So if they somehow, come out with something where, all the equipment is available in the equipment shop, or, some type of event where you can use energy to grind, I'd be all for that. And I think it would definitely help newer players.
Yeah.
For me, I wish they actually also put another one, not just erasers and CC, but something else that you're able to re-roll equipment. That would be helping too.
Oh, like
Really?
another, like maybe, like you could maybe even use Zenny, but it's like maybe you can't do it unlimited. Maybe you can only do like a couple of times a day or something, or maybe like
a couple of times a week, depends on. That would have been great. Like, you don't have to actually spend like erasers and grind for those, or when you don't have erasers, it's hard for you to re-roll equipment.
I mean, you can use CC, which is stupid.
Yeah, but people, it's not really the best idea for free-to-plays.
No, it's not.
It's not even the best idea for most other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine to be a new player and have to grind equipment when you literally have nothing.
Yeah.
It has to be so horrible. Like, even us veterans have like the problems to get like the whole
Zenny.
the whole lineup, right? For the tags. Not even Zenny problems, like the eraser problem. If you want to build multiple teams and it's like, oh damn, I don't have the equipment, so much for that. And you don't have the erasers to reroll like 6 equipments or something like that. Like, it's pretty horrible. And then imagine you got a new player having literally nothing.
I mean, you're probably gonna lynch me for this, but like, so the way I usually reroll equipments is kind of in spurs. So I have these phases where I just reroll like crazy, but then I always have, these kind of down phases, and this is when I just accrue all those rush medals, and then I have like 99 rush medals, and I can just get erasers up the butt. And what you're probably gonna hate me for is that I used them last week to reroll TOP equipments, and now I have all A's and the C equips for the car equipment.
Oh yes,
but you don't
juicy.
You don't reroll those anyways. But the other ones I have like A's across the board for my Pool Forest, Frieza Forest Tournament of Power team. It looks pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like, kind of like we were saying. I just can't imagine as a new player, you're already struggling to build teams, and then it's already going to be hard enough to grind equipment, and then you're not even going to have Z medals. I don't know. I feel like they do need to have something, at least for newer players, to make it easier. Like, maybe you start off, if you just download the game, they just throw you like, a free 10,000 Z medals or something. I mean, something. But yeah, even veteran players, like, depending on the equipment, I know there's certain equipment where it's event based, where you can't even grind it unless the event comes out. So I don't know. I would like to see something where, like I said, where you can just get any equipment at any time.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest thing is what you mentioned at first, is just throw it all in the equipment shop. Or in like add some stages, in the equip event thingy on the upgrade tab, and you're good.
Yeah, because I know they I guess they want to keep certain equipment exclusive and make it harder to get, and make it that way there's like regular equipment, and then there's kind of the more premium, like harder to get equipment. So I mean, I understand it from that point of view, but like I said, just for a new player, I can't imagine trying to build a team and grind equipment. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, guys.
So
that's all for the questions for today.
Exactly. But thank you, Battleamore, for being the MC right here. And with that said, this is it for the podcast. We will be back in a week's time with a very special podcast, because this marks Pop episode 52. And you know how many weeks are in a year? Exactly. 10. No, I'm kidding. It's obviously 53. No, it's 52. And that means this will be our anniversary podcast under the name of 5-9 Gaming. So you don't want to miss it. It's going to be very hype. I can already promise you that much, because we have a very stacked lineup. And with that said, this podcast is going to go live in about 24 hours on YouTube. So if you want to rewatch parts of it, make sure to check that out. Hang out and chat over there. And
yep. Ooh, wait.
What?
Also, we will be streaming Legends tomorrow for Legends Mondays for a little bit, so definitely tune into that.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. And also, check out all creators. I mean, Noctis and Battleamore are mostly streaming on Twitch. Swift and Azdeek both have YouTube channels, and Swift is also streaming on Twitch. So make sure to drop them a follow, or just check out their Twitter, except for Battleamore, who doesn't have one. You can see their tags on the screen.
Actually, I
Do have one. Is it Battleamore?
Oh, let's go.
Yes.
All right, so I have to change your avatar then. With that said, check out everybody, follow them on Twitter so you'll find all their channels. You'll stay up to date. And as always, Twitch Prime is not a crime. Check out all our social medias. Did I just say medias? Man, it's late. Check out all our social media and we'll see you next week. Have a great week and we will find somebody to raid. Until then,
See ya.
bye guys.
Bye.
I'm gonna miss y'all, chat.
Until next time.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.